I'm Mr. MegaManFan, and today on the PC and Gym Files, we're going to talk about 1941 Counter Attack, one of only a handful of games made for the Super Graphics, the sequel to the PC Engine, which, unfortunately for NEC, was not commercially successful. Maybe if it had had more than 5 games, it might have been. Well, 7 if you count the 2 that are super graphics enhanced, Darius Alpha and Darius Plus, but basically 5 games and 2 that do a little more with sprites and scrolling and overall graphical look thanks to the power of the super graphics, but essentially 5 games plus 2. Now, I don't own a Super Graphics or any of these games because the entire collection, despite its small size, costs thousands of dollars thanks to the small number of systems that still exist in working condition, not to mention the small number of people who would have bought all of the games for it. Yes, this was a commercial flop in every sense of the word, which makes everything about it rare and expensive. You know what's not expensive by comparison? A Super HD System 3 from Terra Onion. It's not cheap, it'll cost you $300 and some dollars plus shipping, but compared to the Super Graphics library, it's a drop in the bucket. And you can just plug it into your existing PC Engine, TurboGrafx 16, etc. And thanks to FPGA emulation, you can play all of the Super Graphics games on the console you already own. No upgrade required. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, besides the fact that it's way cheaper, there's games like 1941, which is a classic vertical shoot 'em up made by Capcom. In fact, other than emulation, this is the only official way to play the game. It was released in arcades on or around the following times: in Japan, February 1990, North America, May 1990, the European Union, just 1990. On Super Graphics, it came out the 23rd of August, 1991. The closest thing it got to an official port other than the Super Graphics is Capcom Arcade Stadium, which came out in 2021 on Nintendo Switch, PS4, other platforms of that sort, and it was released in the second pack of Capcom video games for the Capcom Arcade Stadium. So if you bought the whole pack, you could get 1941 Counter Attack. It may surprise you to learn that Capcom themselves didn't develop this version for Super Graphics. They farmed it out to Hudson Soft, and according to Wikipedia, the director was Yoshiki Okamoto, the designers were Akira Nishitani, Noritaka Furumizu, and Toshihiko Uda. The programmer was Yoshihiro Shindome, the artists were Akemi Kurihara, Akira Yasuda, and Sadaki Matsumoto. The composer was Hiromitsu Takaoka, and that's all we know about the game. Oh, I think I might have mispronounced one of those names. Noritaka Funamizu, not Furumizu. Yeah, Funamizu. My apologies to the fine gentleman. And this was well received in arcades and the Super Graphics port. It is pretty obvious from playing it why it was well received. It's a lot of fun. I mean, who doesn't love flying a plane down a vertically scrolling field, shooting down enemy aircraft, battleships, tanks, mounted guns, everything that comes your way, you can shoot and blow up. Even things along the side of the screen that you're not sure you can hit. If you've got a power-up that gives you guided missiles, you can take those out too. You just have to maneuver left to right, take out everything in sight, avoid the enemy incoming fire being returned your way, and blast away. It is a very simple premise with some very nice power-ups. You get a triple ship, you get machine guns, you get missiles, you get to have a lot of fun. I think it's too simple to require a complex explanation. You blow shit up, okay? If you like shooters where you blow shit up, this is the game for you. Now, the question might be, do you need to own the arcade game or the Super Graphics or the Super HD System 3 just to play 1941? Probably not. I'm sure there's a way you can do it with emulation. And since it is FPGA on the Super HD System 3, that implies there's a core out there for Super Graphics. So you could probably load that same core into a Mister if you build one yourself or buy one pre-assembled. So don't take my word for it that you have to own a Super HD System 3 just to play this game. But considering the options you get with the Super HD System 3, the HD output from your PC Engine or TurboGrafx, the ability to play CD-ROM games off a micro SD card, and other features like the NES core, which I just consider a bonus, not a necessity, there's a lot of fun to be had with it, just like there's a lot of fun to be had with 1941. Just to be on the safe side, I did a little more digging before wrapping this video up, and I found a Capcom fan wiki that says that this was also included in the Capcom Classics Collection Volume 2 for PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and Capcom Classics Collection Remixed for the PlayStation Portable. So you do have a few other options for playing 1941. Play it any way you want, but I really like what Hudson Soft did with the Super Graphics port here. It's definitely using the abilities of the Super Graphics to the max. You have a lot of sprites on the screen at any one time. You have a lot of action going on, and there's no slowdown or flicker. And sound in the background is great. Your playing controls really well with the TurboGrafx 16 controller or whatever controller you choose to use that you feel works with your setup. It's really smooth and responsive. The only thing that annoys me is the constant beeping when your hit meter has just about run out and you're about to die. It's like the world's worst smoke alarm with a dead battery. And you can't replace the battery in the middle of the game, so there's nothing you can do but listen to that alert going beep 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 to tell you that you're about to die. I wish you could pick up health just to get that to go away, but to my knowledge, there are no health pickups in 1941. Don't let that deter you from playing this game. 1941 is freaking awesome. I said it before, I'll say it again. If you like to blow shit up, this is the game for you. So please find a way to play it, whether it's part of the PC Engine series or not. I don't think you'll have a bad time with it, regardless of the way you play it. I know this is called the PC Engine Files, but I'm just saying play this game any way that you can, any way that you like. I'm Mr. MegaManFan. Thanks as always for watching. Like, share, comment, subscribe, because all of those things help the channel grow. And I will see you again really soon with another edition of the PC Engine Files, new episodes of which are released each and every Tuesday. Bye for now. See you again soon.